Next, we'll look at SOS scheduler yield. And this is one of those where a lot of people see SOS and they think this is like an emergency SOS call, But what SOS stands for is the SQL operating system at this point, not SOS like save me. And the SOS scheduler is the SQL operating scheduler, and that's what figures out what queries are actually going to be assigned to a CPU or a core right now for work to be done on them. So if you have, let's say you have 50 cores on your SQL server, and you've got, 2 or 3 queries running, they're probably not going to have a lot of SOS scheduler yields because you've got way more CPU than you need to run those few queries. But take the example of maybe you've got 4 CPUs or 4 cores on your SQL server, and you've got 100 or more queries all being run at the same time. Well, what's going to happen is the SQL operating system scheduler is going to give each of those queries that's being run a little bit of CPU time and then take it away and give it to some other query and then take it away from them and give it to a different query and basically pass that CPU around so that that all the queries can be serviced a little bit rather than letting one query just blast its way through and use all the CPU. What the yield means is that the scheduler has had to take an unfinished task that's being run out of the schedule and put it back in the queue and say, well, come back in a moment. And a moment might be a few milliseconds, but come back in a moment and finish your query because I have to take you off of this CPU in order to let another query run. So when we see SOS scheduler yield, it usually suggests that the server is overloaded and with a lot of CPU intensive queries. And this comes down to a number of different ways to fix it. One way is to optimize queries, figure out how can you make that query be less CPU intensive? How can it do less work? You can add more CPUs, or you can reduce the workload.
Sounds like everybody at a gym trying to fight for the one treadmill that's still working.
Yeah, absolutely. And imagine if you're at the gym and there is that one treadmill and there's 10 people that are trying to share it, and you jump on the treadmill and you get to use it for 30 milliseconds, and then I jump on and I get to use it for 30 milliseconds, and then it just kind of goes through that queue that way. Yeah, that's exactly what the SOS scheduler yield is indicating, is that it's bumping the person off of that treadmill or CPU core in this case in order to let someone else use it for a moment. Okay, we've got to be approaching 10 here sometime. Thanks for watching. I'm Steve, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please click the thumbs up icon. And if you want to subscribe, click subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when we have new videos. All right, have a great day.